everybody, this is Sherry, and I just wanted to show you a set of cards that I made. And before I did that, I wanted to show you the things that I used. The first one is this die I got off of eBay. I thought that it was similar to the Lawn Fawn, I believe it is, that makes one like this. But after getting this and using it, I think that this one is a little bit smaller, but it still worked really good. And then I used the MFT Snuggle Bunnies. I used the bears and this sentiment up here. And to do the bears, I did a reverse stamp, and I used a product that I got from the Not Too Shabby shop. If Jamie still has it, I will link it in the description box below. Then I used the W+9, and I used the 3 little elephants. I used the Gerda Steiner set, and I used these 3 hedgehogs. Then I used the Hog Heaven. Oh, the Gerda Steiner set is called Cheerful Hedgehogs. Sorry, guys. And then the MFT set is Hog Heaven, and I used this one, which I wiped the wings off and didn't use those, and I used this one down here. Now I'm going to show you what I made. Let me zoom you in here a little bit. And there we go. There's the first card that I made. And this was my very first one. I really had a lot of fun doing this. I inked the edges of this with Stampin' Up! Smoky Slate. I used my VersaFine Onyx Black ink and put in that sentiment. The paper comes from the Lawn Fawn Perfectly Plaid Winter set. And I enjoyed doing this one. Well, my dog's coughing. I enjoyed doing this one. I had it on my STD, the stamp transfer device that my husband made me. And I was able to stamp it multiple times. And I love how dark it got. And I decided to try to use embossing powders on the other ones. But when I make this design again, I'm definitely going to stick with the VersaFine because I believe I like that one the best out of all the ones I did. So there's the first one. And now here's the second card. And this is where I did the reverse stamping on the bear. And then I outlined it with this Memento dual marker. I used that tip right there, and I just went over the lines to make them darker. Colored it up with my Copics. Now for the little pigs, I use R quadruple 0, triple 0, and double 0, and I'll put that on the screen somewhere. And then for the little bears, I used E31, 33, 35, and 37. This is the Lawn Fawn Perfectly Plaid Christmas collection. And then this background of this red is from the Recollections Christmas red cardstock. It doesn't look like a Christmas red to me, but it kind of matched, so I went ahead and went with that for my paper. Now my card base is the Recollections 110-pound cardstock on all of these. And here comes the next one with the Gerda Steiner stamps. And these are the porcupines. I Copic colored them with E21, 23, 25, and 27. And then E50, 51, and 53 for their little bellies and faces. Again, this is the Perfectly Plaid Winter from Lawn Fawn, the paper. And this blue paper in the background comes from a Recollections pack called Serene Cardstock. So, and there it is. And I also, you can see here, I embossed the sentiment as well as on this one. And I like them. I don't know, I just think I got a cleaner. I'll let you guys decide. But I think I got a little cleaner of an image when I just used the VersaFine on it. But those are the two where I use the different the embossing powder and then no embossing powder. So I like them both though. I do. And here's the last one, and it's my favorite. These were A2 size cards over here. This one is 5.5 by 5.5. And I used the little elephants. I used my Cricut to cut out my balloon. That way I could make it a little bigger than any of the stuff I had and make it bigger than the balloon that comes on the stamp. And I use my silver embossing powder for the sentiment. It's a little hard to read if you don't lay it flat. If you lay it flat, you can read it fine. And I mean, I can read it fine in person, but I'm noticing it's hard to see in the camera, and that may just be because of the reflection. I'm not sure. But this was a lot of fun. I did this. I used the Pink and Main Spring collar pop. That's what it is. Spring collar pop pad that I purchased at Jamie's shop, the Not Too Shabby shop. I used my Recollections silver fine detail embossing powder. I used a W5, W3, W2, and W1 for the elephants. Then I chalked their little cheeks and inside their ears. Used my black glaze pen on all the eyes on the little critters. And I just wanted it to look like the balloon was lifting him out. So here he is, and here's his little butt with his tail. And I tied a little knot there so it looks like it's pulling him out with his tail. I liked that. I thought that was fun. And so here are the cards again that I made. And I hope you guys like them. I hope that it encourages you to get out your stamps and dies and mix and match and put them all together and make something fun that you like. I can't remember how much the die cost on eBay, but it was only a couple bucks. And if you go on eBay and put in dies or crafting dies, it will eventually come up. It'll be one of them. I've put it in a couple times, just dies, and it's always been one of the ones that came up if you're interested. And let me tell you how big this is. The actual die is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 eighths, 4 7/8 by, which is just a little less than 4.5 by 3 1/4. So 4 7/8 this way and 3 1/4 that way. And so if you wanted to know that, if that determined whether you wanted to purchase it, I wanted to make sure you had the information. Thanks for visiting me today, guys, and happy crafting. Bye.